We are with Mr. Andy Tan, Sales Director in Asia-Pacific for HotelBeds, attending the first MarketHub Conference in Bangkok. Mr. Tan, you spoke about the need of real-time data. What this practically means in terms of driving business to a travel company?
Well, interestingly, in Asia, there are many developing countries as well. So if you said North Asia, we have China, Japan, and Korea leading the pack. Where in Southeast Asia, as you move down, we have so many developing countries from Laos, Myanmar. The rise of the middle class will change this. So real-time data, in regards to this, many of our clients actually has data, but they don't make use much of the data that they have. Some are more advanced than others, and many of them actually, when we go through with them our reports, meaning we produce our own data and obviously share this with them. Some are very pleasantly surprised with the knowledge that we have in regards to their business. They do not utilize much of what they have. What they know is very on the basic scale, and thus, obviously we have given them insights to their own business as well to improve their business. For example, we have, let's say we have a top rank report whereby we have by granular details of hotels that they have been selling. So they may not have this in their system. They know that they have sent so much to a destination, but they do not have the granular details of how much has gone to that. So interestingly, we are producing those reports for our customers where they utilize it, and we go into optimization of this, whereby we would even contract and compare industry standards or destination standards or country by country, whereby we will say, guys, you would have Thailand as your #1 destination, but interestingly, if they said no, it's not. So we would say, in comparison to your competitors or the industry or where you are supposed to be, we could improve that. That would mean that we will be going through the granular details by hotels and telling them, you have these hotels that represents how many percentage of room nights, and perhaps we will also sit down to do together a marketing plan or strategic plan whereby we work together to improve their business. So this is how we take that forward to each and every customer.
So how do you see Asia to react to the new digital technologies and the use of the big data?
I think there's a big thirst and hunger in Asia in regards to data. Everybody knows data and how it is important to them, but some of them do not know where to start. So thus, obviously the first conference in Bangkok, we use this as our topic because we felt that this was important as it's changing the world. At the same time, as towards our conference, there's also other conferences. There's many conferences in regards to data, and many of our clients are also experiencing this as well. Because we know, like for example, in Hong Kong, you would deem Hong Kong as a country where it's high in technology. Interestingly, when we have our APIs, when we introduced Aptitude, they were very surprised with the technology that we had. So I think it's more of education at this stage of time in many parts of Asia, whereas in Europe, I think or Americas, I think they're more advanced than in this part of the world. And in Southeast Asia, there are lots of developing countries which have this thirst as well. And the infrastructure that they have may not support that. So I think we are going into a direction of a very phenomenal change in Asia once we continue this educational process to bring in everybody onto the same page.
How does Asia perform for HotelBeds comparing with other markets, and which are HotelBeds' growth targets in Asia?
Interesting question. In the last few years, Asia has been, HotelBeds has put a focus on Asia. And interestingly, the last 2 years, we've seen a tremendous growth 57% actually in CAGR in the last 2 years. How would I say this? We have focused on markets which are prominent, which are China. We also introduced Japan in the last few years. Our first market was actually in India, and India has been our number one source market within the region, but it's been surpassed by China. In the last two years, China has grown triple-digit growth for us, and we also put a focus on Australia and the Pacific, which has also moved into the top 5 within Asia-Pacific. And if you say developing countries, we even took in Mongolia. We met them through a trade fair, and now obviously we've seen events. The numbers are small right now, but we see potential into the future as well. The developing markets of Myanmar, China, Indochina, which is Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, all these emerging markets, and Vietnam are starting to increase in capacity. So as HotelBeds focus more on Asia Pacific, we would see this significantly in the next few years to come.
Can we identify the inbound and outbound trends in tourism flows to and from Asia?
Interestingly, for source markets in Asia, we have tremendous growth in outbound. In terms of inbound, interestingly, we are still growing at a good pace, but I look forward to seeing more as with the integration of Torico and GTA will bring us that ability to grow more inbound business as well. So I'll leave you with that.